Hello, my wonderful viewers. Welcome to my platform. This is Linda's TV show. If it is your first time of coming across this channel and you like what you see after watching, please subscribe, put on your notification bell, set it to all notification. In that way, you'll be able to get notified each time I upload a new video, even those without notification. Here we react to all forms of videos, international and local. Every Saturday by 2 p.m. we have our interaction section. You are free to call in to air your opinion about the happenings in our society. Invite your friends, share my videos with your families and colleagues. Do not keep this information to yourself. Myself, I will be sitting down here to watch this video together with you from the beginning to the end. Then we'll go to the comment section and leave our comment, our opinion about the video we watch constructively as we watch this video, my people.
When you see somebody that is doing something good that advances the Biafran cause, because he doesn't belong to your camp, based on whatever oath that you swore. Therefore, no matter how good whatever he's doing, you won't accept it. You will just condemn him and throw him to the garbage can, even though what he's saying makes sense and is making great strides, bringing the Biafran issue to international attention. I understand recently that Methuselah, one name Melchizedek, whatever they call him, is now at loggerheads with Chike Doziem. Nobody owns Biafra. We all own Biafra collectively. And so if you were a sworn member of IPOB, that doesn't make me, who is not a sworn member, not to be an IPOB member. It doesn't make me not to be a Biafran. It doesn't make you better than me or more committed or having a better place within the Biafran sovereignty than myself. I speak as a man who was born in Biafra land, who has Biafran blood running in his veins. Even though I've lived in Cameroon, that I'm a Biafran man, a core Biafran man. I believe in my people. I want to make some declarations. I have some people that I'm friendly with. I had to unfriend them on Facebook. One of them is called Machineke. We all grew up in Church of God Mission. His name is Bontus. And I kept quiet not to talk to him because I wanted him to use his brains and look into what's going on within the Biafran, within the TOS circle, and then make his deductions. I realized that he was just confused, so there was no need talking to him. And he kept insulting me. I had to block him. The same thing with Nobis McLawrence. I don't care. We are running a race for the realization of the Biafran dream. If you are not true, if you are not going to stand for the truth, you cannot be my friend. We can unfriend on Facebook, but we are still brethren. When we go back to Biafra, we are brethren. I don't hate nobody. Right now, Melchizedek is against Chike Doziem. That thing we've been saying, he's beginning to see, because there are lies and deceit. High Chief Obuefi came out and finished Doziem and told the whole world. They asked, is Doziem fixing things? He said, no, Doziem is destroying things. And you people are so obsessed against Simon Ekpa, who is busy advancing the Biafran cause. Do you know now that they have opened a new account called Biafran Worldwide, IPOB Worldwide? It's different from the IPOB that Nnamdi Kanu set up. That one is located in Britain, being controlled by Chike Doziem and I think Nenianya. Then the one in America is controlled by Kanunta. And I think Obuefi or whatever, I don't know. So they are divided now. That's what we've been saying since. They said that ESN was supposed to get enough catapult and granite. Enough of them. But what happened? All the monies that were given were not used to buy the catapult and the granite. Certain people took these monies. And when somebody asked, give us an account of how much you spent. How do you run an administration where you don't give room for accountability? Tell me, how sincere are you? How truthful are you? Just tell me, how truthful are you? When Onyendu was here with us, he ran an administration that was transparent and honest. You could ask him questions, he'll give you account. He can sack people who are misbehaving, who are misusing monies. And then when it came to your turn, just a little time that Onyendu was not around, just a little time that Onyendu had this problem where he was kidnapped, the whole house came collapsing. We had a man who cannot sit down and take decisions. We had those who worked under him that were manipulating him. We had people from members of his families who were implicated. They had their hands in the pie in things that has to do with his kidnap. Somebody was telling me, what if it is God that arranged it? Do you know the Bible says concerning Judas? Jesus said that the Son of Man goes as is written of him. But woe is that man by whom the Son of Man is betrayed. It were better that he was not born. Do not fulfill scriptures negatively. That's what Chikedojem and others are doing. They are fulfilling the scriptures negatively. They even if Nnamdi Kanu was by God's design for him to come and suffer this thing and bring about the liberation of Biafra, because he said he'll be at the forefront. For him to be betrayed through your hands is not a good thing for you. When Nelly started complaining about Chikedojem and co, you have heard her. She said at the early stage when this thing started, she ran to Chikedojem and said, come, look at what's going on. Let us work very well and fix things. But she realized that he was not ready to work. He was compromising. She came out and started shouting, blew out the whole thing to the whole world. When I came up supporting him, some people were angry with me. Why would you support Nelly? This is command and control. TOS. What is happening? You are going down every day. Your numbers are decreasing. People are leaving you. Every revelation is showing that you guys are career, what they call them? Freedom fighters. It's not in your blood. You don't have the interest of the Biafran people at heart. That is why every money that is contributed is used by a group of people to build houses, secure themselves. That is why when money is being sent to the Umeri account, instead of going straight, it goes to somebody else's account who will now be sent to Umeri account. It is not right. It is Nigerianization of the Biafran project. We don't buy that. You are not better than the Nigerian people if you can embezzle Biafran money. If you can be paid giving money by Biafra. We understand that Chikedozie gets 2,000 euros every month for money as working in Biafra. Why should that be? He's working. The only person I think we should give money to is Nnamdi Kanu, his wife and his children. Every other person, including myself, should work and contribute to the Biafran project. Nobody should collect money from there. Because we're trying to build our country. And you start from the way we start now, we know what we're going to do in future. Simon Ekpa, whom you are cursing, whom you are disturbing, whom you are against. Listen, Simon Ekpa's presence, Nnamdi Kanu made a comment. He said he is taking this thing to a different level, a different dimension. And exactly what he said that is happening. Simon Ekpa is not coming to usurp Nnamdi Kanu's authority or power. He can never do that. Nnamdi Kanu is still alive. He's our leader. He's going to come out. But Simon Ekpa is carrying out the duty of a devoted and committed disciple of a man he believes in. Listen, for a man to follow you, you must know more than him. Somebody cannot follow somebody he knows more than. I cannot follow somebody I know more than. I only follow somebody that knows more than me, so that I be like a scholar to a master. Simon Ekpa followed Nnamdi Kanu because he understood that Nnamdi Kanu knows better than he does. He believes in the man and followed him. Why would you expect Simon Ekpa to follow a person like Chikedozie who has nothing to offer? The guy is just sluggish. He doesn't have the capacity to think. Whenever he comes up, is to come and launch this or that. When he goes to Radio Biafra, he's just talking on something else that has nothing, absolutely nothing to do with bringing the whole family together as one and moving forward to see that the vision of Nnamdi Kanu is actualized. Everything that Nnamdi Kanu said we should not do, they have done it. The present crop, I believe in DOS as an institution, Department, Directorate of State. I believe in it as an institution. But those who are functioning there right now are square pegs in round holes. They are incompetent. They are a crass bunch of incompetent people. And I cannot follow somebody I know better than, even though I am not directly, I'm not interested in leadership tomorrow in case Biafra comes. I'm a preacher. If my family may decide to stay here, that's their problem. I'm going to go back to Biafra land, preach the gospel of Jesus Christ to my people. Because my revelation said I should start from my place there before going out to Australia. So I must finish what God has asked me to do. No matter how difficult the terrain is, I'll still go back all alone and preach there. That's the fact. But I'm speaking from the point of view as somebody who's standing on a neutral ground. I pay no allegiance to any particular individual in this movement, except one man, Nnamdi Kanu, whom I'm following. I have never followed any man of God as a preacher of the gospel, because I've looked into their lives, I've looked into their ministry, I've looked into their preaching and teaching, I've looked in everything, the way they handle things and finances. In churches where I came out from, ministries where I got involved with, there was none of them that could compare me following them to tell you that this is my spiritual father in the Lord. I don't have any. I don't pay allegiance to any. I pay allegiance to my Lord Jesus Christ. I am known for that. Go and ask. But when Nnamdi Kanu came, preaching Biafra, at the early stage, I didn't buy his idea for your information. When he started, at around 2014, when I heard of it, I didn't buy it. Because I was still Nigerianized. Not as if I didn't know all that happened during the war, or I didn't read history. But I just felt, well, let's move on. But the point is, as Nnamdi Kanu kept educating us, sensitizing us, analyzing things, I began to see that this young man was making sense. And then he passed through the crucible. If he wanted, he would have taken money, gone to Britain, lived big like Asarudo Kubo, took money and he built a university in the Republic and is enjoying. Nnamdi Kanu refused, put his life, his reputation, his family on the line for the Biafran cause. And I looked at him and said, this is a young man. I'm older than him. I'm older than Nnamdi Kanu with about 4 years or 5 years or 6 years, thereabout. But that notwithstanding, I was seeing a young man that has something which I don't have. Brilliance in dealing with the Biafran issue effectively. Standing his ground as a man that you can put your hand before and give him thumbs up. And I said, I'm going to join this guy. I've listened to him. He's not a fake man. He's not looking for his pocket. He wants the general well-being of the Igbo people. And I followed him on the Biafran issue, not on theology. No. And Nnamdi Kanu carried his work effectively. Simon Ekpa came and began to teach the Biafran issue from his own point of view. Nnamdi Kanu acknowledged Simon Ekpa. When Simon Ekpa used his influence to route an interview that was granted to Nnamdi Kanu with one journalist in East Africa, I think in that other Kenya or Uganda, Nnamdi Kanu accepted and the thing went viral the whole world. And he made reference that this man, you should listen to him. So far, the young man has been consistent. He has been exposing things. Simon Ekpa has told you where Chike Dosiem has missed it. He has told you where Chinasa Nworu has missed it. He has told you the thing that is happening in Finland. He has given you details. And yet some people who are, just because they are the ones that formed they took oath. Therefore, Biafra should perish within them. I heard one of them say, instead of them to do what Simon Ekpa said, it is better that they collapse everything. A true Biafran cannot talk about collapsing the IPOB structure. And of course, you cannot collapse it. It is not possible. That is why Autopilot came. Autopilot came because men failed. Chike Dosiem failed. Chinasa Nworu failed. All of them failed in their responsibility. Chike Dosiem was being interviewed by Umuada under Heritage on Heritage platform. He acknowledged that he asked Nene Anya, why don't you do this thing that Mazi said? And she refused. He never did anything. Chinasa Nworu at the early stage condemned Kanunta of his betrayal in his brother's arrest. He said it at the early stage, and Chike Dosiem did not refute it. Now more allegations are coming. They are all there for everybody to see. Why are you still standing with somebody whom you know is against the master whom he is pretending to defend his cause? Every structure Nnamdi Kanu put forward has been dismantled by these guys. Not IPOB. I'm saying in respect to instructions given to us. He said there shall be no election in Anambra State, in Biafra land, beginning from Anambra. You people cancelled it. We brought sit at home that was so effective. You people spoke against it at home. Simon Ekpa has come up now with this idea of civil disobedience. You are against it. how do you intend to get the Biafra you're talking of? When you are compromising, when your enemies look at you and see you as a bunch of incompetent people that are only interested in how they can line their pockets with money. Why is it that there's so much controversy surrounding Nenyanya, Caroline Okrafo, Zomuni, or the one at Finland, China Samuru, and Chike Duzim? Why can't you, in integrity, uphold yourself and give proper accounting, hold the family together, and let's move forward? So that they can say, yes, in the absence of Nnamdi Kanu, or while is he being incarcerated, we have a competent person like a Doziem backed by a very competent DOS. What we're having is a house that is in disarray. You hear that China Samuru formed, what do they call it? Dead Man Squad. Why should that come up? We have ESN. Now they are trying to raise funds. We have the USA branch. In fact, High Chief Ogbuefi said they want China Samuru stop coming to America until we fix the house. And he was saying it that Nnamdi Kanu has told, sorry, not China Samuru, Chike Doziem. Nnamdi Kanu has told Chike Doziem, have nothing to do with finances in Biafra. Remove your hand. And then Nnamdi Kanu raised up somebody who is the Assets Recovery Officer and Chief Auditor of Biafra. She doesn't need to be a member of DOS. In a time where people respect and believe in offices, when the Auditor General is coming, he has a right to audit from the president till everybody in the administration. And if she asks any question about finances, give her the information. That is what you say, Auditor General. She's not saying that she's the Minister of Finance. She's not interested. She doesn't handle money. Her business is to audit accounts. And therefore, if she asks you any question, answer her. And stop this wicked lies and deceit. Listen, there are places where I don't agree with Nelly. Look at the Idu thing. Let's put it straight. Nnamdi Kanu is in detention, courtesy of Biafran. When the Idu thing was brought up to him, he said, go, we shall look into it. You people should go and look into it. But for now, Nnamdi Kanu went to detention because of Biafra. It is known throughout the whole world that Nnamdi Kanu is in detention because he's a Biafran. He's the leader of IPOB. Not independent people of Idu, but independent people of Biafra. And I am of the opinion, when Nsima interviewed me, I said, I am not contesting Idu with Nelly. No, but the point is, for now, we have heard it. Keep it aside. Let Onyindu, whom we follow, that brought up the Biafran issue, when he comes out, then we shall table the Idu thing to the whole people of the Biafran kingdom. You don't force it on their throat. It shall be tabled before them. There shall be a time of sensitization and education. It will take time, like Nnamdi Kanu took time to educate us about Biafra. Many years. He was consistent. So the Idu thing should be a general decision by the people of Biafra to come together and say, yes, we are the Idu kingdom. Now that we are Biafrans, officially we are changing our name to Idu kingdom. We must know where everything started. Who made the research? How did they come about? And everything. That's what I said. And I still stand by it. I am not against the talk about Idu kingdom. But the point is, for now, what we know is Biafra under Nnamdi Kanu. So, until Mazi comes out. Because if you begin to talk about Idu and they go to the court of law tomorrow, the court, Nigerian court, does not recognize Idu. They recognize Biafra. And so, if you begin to bring it, you just ridicule the whole thing before them. You don't force it in their throat. No matter the amount of revelation you have, God does not allow men to take things by force. He gives them a chance to make their decision. That is my stand. That when Mazi comes out, then we shall discuss. The Idu thing should be brought generally on the table before the whole Biafrans when we have had our independence. And then we have so many scholars in Biafra, so many very, 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 very intelligent people of the highest standards in the whole world. They will go and make research, including myself. I'll do my own, and they will come out and make a contribution in respect to our findings about the Idu kingdom. Then, if at the end of the day our people come to realize that this is where we come from, this is how it started, then we collectively decide, we as a people hereby also declare this day that we are now called so and so kingdom and also and so Biafra. But until then, the main project on table is Biafra. So everything should hold on until we Biafran cause and finish it. That is the simple truth. Yet, I want to tell you that Nelly single-handedly exposed so much faults and failures and deceit and criminality that bedeviled directorate of state. She showed the incompetence of Chikedozie. She shows the manipulations that Chinasa Nworu had. I don't have anything against anybody. I am standing for the truth. Nnamdi Kanu gave us instruction. You people that are saying you must listen to DOS as an institution is well respected. It's like you have Ministry of Defense of a country. But the people who work in the Ministry of Defense, if they are bad eggs, they have to be flushed out immediately and bring in more competent people. Otherwise, they will only lose everything. Someone is saying Simon has left his billion track and he can never lead. We don't even need you here. We don't need you here. Simon Ekpa single-handedly formed Voice of Biafra. He raised his platform, spent his money at the expense of his career and reputation, has taken time to analyze, accommodated so many things to foster the Biafran project. What has DOS done? This man started from nothing. They already had a platform. They already had an army of Biafran people backing them, being led by Nnamdi Kanu, who believed in them from the beginning. At the onset, we all believed that DOS would do their job. They had people backing them. They had the Radio Biafra that backed them. They had as a platform. They had money in their account. They had principal officers. What happened? Within 7 months, they have collapsed and failed. Now, Chinasa Nworu has formed his own, where he's going to do a IPOB worldwide in Britain. That one is different. All these things are geared towards how monies will be raised. Each time he comes to talk, you don't see anything of a leader, even in his speech, in his presentation. No charisma, lackluster performance, never dealing with the issues in hand, the issues at hand, or the issues in question. How do you expect me, Emeka Livingstone, to follow that man? Do you think I'm crazy? And I would not abandon the Biafran project because of Chinasa Nworu. I will not do it. I'm talking about my life, my future, the future of my generation and my generations to come, and my fellow Biafran people. So yeah, it goes beyond one man. It goes beyond Chinasa Nworu. The reason why I followed Nnamdi Kanu was not based on sentiment. It was based on the fact that he was very good in analyzing things very well. It's not sentiments. So you see those people who are saying, Nnamdi Kanu gave DOS to be in charge, that you have to respect them. The very DOS have destabilized everything that Nnamdi Kanu instructed us to do. We talk about command and control. They betrayed that command and control. And right now, there are two divided camps. The Kanunta camp and the Doziem camp. What are they fighting for? Those that will contribute money. Go ahead and make your contribution if you have money. It is your money. It's your problem. If they use it for themselves, fine. No problem. I'm not even against it. You can go and contribute to them. What I will only tell you is this. If you believe in Biafra, if you believe in our nation, put your money where Nnamdi Kanu instructed. Somebody said, why am I talking that? I don't seem to support, am I against Ejiofor? No. Listen, I have highlighted to you on 2 occasions, because a man of Ejiofor standing is somebody we highly respect. He's Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer. So you don't talk anyhow to him. But that does not mean if he makes a mistake, you will not correct him. He is not God. He's a human being. Ejiofor is not infallible. And so if he makes a mistake, you should correct him. The day Nelly was crying, I called her on phone. She was felt so bad that Nnamdi Kanu was in court. And the very moment Ejiofor and others went out to have a tete-a-tete, the judge came in and postponed that this thing. She felt so bad about it. And I reasoned with her, because they would have prepared their this thing ahead of time before coming to the court. Why leave? Because they are your enemies. They are waiting for any little loophole you create so that they'll cash in on it. Now, suddenly something else started happening again. The next thing we heard was Nenianya came out and said, Nnamdi Kanu has said the official account for IPOB is no longer Umweri. All the accounts should be sent to the other one. And that IPOB LLC is a limited liability company. But IPOB is a company, it's a community-based company. And Umweri account is for a community-based business. Now, when she said that, that raised eyebrows. Why would Nnamdi Kanu, having heard what this woman said in defiance of his instruction, would still go about recommending her? As if that, in fact, it started with Darlington, who had spoken before and said there are people still holding money, they have to pay it into the account. This is what Nnamdi Kanu said. Suddenly he turned around and began to apologize. I heard he's on the run. They messed him up. Then the next thing, Nenia came out and officially announced that Umweri account is closed. They should pay here. Then the next thing we are hearing, I think this man, Baribe, came out and said Nnamdi Kanu is not happy that the sit at home is causing economic problems to Biafran. Who said so? Did you see the change? It was moving, the rapidity from stage to stage. Then the final one came out, a Jofo, saying Nnamdi Kanu said you should listen to DOS. Man, we are not dealing with idiots. We are educated also. We may not be learned men who read law in the university, but we are also educated. Very, very. We have brains. And when things begin to happen in such progression from this camp that is being under serious suspicion, how do you think I'll swallow it hook, line, and sinker? Am I crazy? Why do you think I will swallow that in? Ejiofor said, how are you sure? Because this very Ejiofor said that the place where Nnamdi Kanu is being locked up is heavily bogged. You cannot have any reasonable discussion with him. So how did they discuss again? Are you not saying something? How? It was heavily bogged. So how could Nnamdi Kanu come through all these discussions? Are they telling Nnamdi Kanu what really is happening right now? They are not. All they are busy doing. I remember when they were cursing Simon Ekpa at the early stage, they abused him and said so many things. Now that he has started firing back, they are afraid. They are saying Simon Ekpa is trying to destroy the US. But they started it. You could not call them to order. And then when he started his own with facts, not just mere accusation, he was laying the cards plain on the table. And it was affecting the US because they are liars. If Melchizedek, one name Methuselah, could be quarreling with Edoziem now, there's problem. There's fire on the mountain. The guy in South Africa called Oruago is a strong supporter of Ifeanyi Ubah for his political ticket. That's the same man who is talking about Biafra. He was the one that interviewed Kanu the other time. And Kanu gave sign that he was against Edoziem. He gave sign when he was talking there. If you have forgotten, a lot of you don't have good retentive memories. But the next thing you do is to come out, you abuse somebody, you curse somebody. Look, let me tell you the truth. I'm not cursing you. But the Bible says, I will curse them that curse you. I've not cursed any of you. Any of you that curse me as an old man, you will not be up to my age. You will die on the way. It's not a curse. It is what the Bible says. I will curse them that curse you. I have never cursed anybody. Even if you're against me, the most I can do is to block you. But for you to come out and say, stupid old man, you will not be old and your stupidity shall increase. If you will never get to my age. It's not a curse. It is the scripture that says, I will curse them that curse you and bless them that will bless you. So because I know if I bless you, God will bless me, I have never cursed you. Because that promise also is attached to you as an individual. God will bless anybody that blesses you. So I've never opened my mouth to curse any of you. There was one young man that gave me a grievous curse, and I told him, if what you said is true before the Lord, let what you have said against me stand. If not, I told him that.
Thank you so much, my wonderful viewers, for watching this video together with me from the beginning to the end. Like I said before, if you like what you see here, if you like what I do in this platform, As you have finished watching this video, please hit that red button that says subscribe and put on your notification bell to all notification. In that way, you'll be able to know when I upload a new video. Share my videos, leave your comments in the comment section constructively. Until I meet your way again in my next video, I still remain your Linda's TV show. Bye-bye.